Behind the betrayal, I found a survivor, a product of trauma. I became the fire. Behind the hurting, I found a fighter. Behind the pain, I climbed higher and higher. On my yellow pad I sketched out a hope, an unwavering hope that wouldn't be denied. This hope written with a pen, hungry and alive, where nothing could stop what was born to fly. Where nothing could stop what was born to fly. I sketched out a hope on my yellow pad, a hope bigger than their lives, a dream with new wings and tears in its eyes. I sketched as if I'd gone mad, sketched my dream down on that yellow pad. Behind the betrayal, I found a survivor, a product of trauma. I became the fire. Behind the hurting, I found a fighter. Behind the pain, I climbed higher and higher. There's so much more beyond the borders of our perceived limitations. There's another world out there where feet have never touched the ground. Let us navigate the destruction of our former selves. Who dare come with me to the sky? Who dare? Behind the betrayal, I found a survivor, a product of trauma. I became the fire. Behind the hurting, I found a fighter I created right there on my yellow pad. Yes, right there. When God plants a dream in your spirit, He doesn't expect this version of you to be able to do it. The person you are now is not qualified to manifest it, nor will it ever be. The dream is planted inside you for the warrior you're going to become, the champion you must rise up to be, the grand and most highest version of you. This kingdom version of you is the only one that can truly fulfill the dream in a manner befitting of the God that gave it to you. Behind the betrayal, I found a survivor, a product of trauma. I became the fire. Behind the hurting, I found a fighter. Behind the pain, I climbed higher and higher. On my yellow pad, I sketched out a hope, an unwavering hope that wouldn't be denied. This hope written with a pen, hungry and alive, where nothing could stop what was born to fly. Where nothing could stop what was born to fly. I sketched down on my yellow pad, a dream bigger than their lives, a hope with wings in its eyes. I sketched as if I'd gone mad. I sketched my dream down on that yellow pad. Behind the betrayal, I found a survivor, a product of trauma. I became the fire. Behind the hurting, I found a fighter. Behind the pain, I climbed higher and higher. This is Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, and I am blessed and unstoppable. Impact 1 billion, and to God be the glory. I've penetrated the universe so deeply with my vision that she's now pregnant with my dream. Every thought I have is intentional, single-minded, and laser-focused. I've learned to steer and consolidate my imagination in such a way that it projects my desired outcome upon the canvas of the world. I've learned that one must not only imagine, but imagine consistently until the dream takes full root in the mind. These roots will eventually grow legs, the very legs that your dream will walk with right out of the mental realm and into reality. This was not something I learned overnight. I spent years in frustration wondering why I wasn't achieving the things I wanted to achieve. I questioned why certain goals or outcomes of mine manifested while others didn't. It seemed random at times with no rhyme or reason behind the failures or successes, but I kept on. Each day, with my eyes closed, I spent hours in the dream kitchen, envisioning everything that God kept stirring in my spirit. Over time, I developed the mental discipline to still the mind. I embraced the spiritual truths, and I discovered the creative laws behind the process that governs the birthing of ambitious dreams. Now the mind movies and visions that I scripted on the storyboard of my closed eyes, the world sees with their eyes open. Now you dreamers, bow your heads and pray with me. Lord, remove all beliefs of limitation from my spirit. Baptize me in truth. Cleanse my mind from error. Let the dreams that you planted in me begin to breathe. Welcome to the Dream Kitchen. Here, prayer is not an asking process, it is the creative one. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that read it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Hear me now. To walk in our true kingdom power, we must stop vibrating at mortal frequencies that conflict with the harmonies of divine truths. To be still and know that I am God is to return to the perfect musical key in order that heaven hums her music in. Let every song of life be written, arranged, and played in this same key so that our mind and actions harmonize with our Creator. I strum the divine chord and my harmony summons the full manifestation of who I am. To accept Christ is to fully acknowledge God's true residency, which is within us. All the dreamers, close your eyes. Welcome to the Dream Kitchen. In the modern world, to usher in lasting change, we must do more than just mobilize people. We must mobilize our minds for us to understand the scriptures properly. It must be read and understood from the first person view and not the second or third. He who has ears, let him hear. It's natural for us to dress for the war, but we must overcome this urge and instead dress for the victory. War cannot exist in a society where the dress code is risen above it. Science has taught man that he cannot travel faster than the speed of light. The Word of God, however, has taught us that we are the light. To become like our Creator, we must stop acknowledging light and speed as two separate entities and instead see them as they are, one. When we renew our mind in this manner, we embody the truth of Jesus' teachings that says I and the Father are one. To walk in our true kingdom power, we must stop vibrating at mortal frequencies that conflict with the harmonies of divine truths. Intentional thoughts, like matter, have mass. If these thoughts are consistently held, that mass increases. The greater the mass, the greater the gravitational force to draw the intentions of those thoughts. Mass has not only the ability to draw things toward us, but also the capability to bend time and shorten the distance between us and our desired outcomes. These objectives of our intentional thought become the moons and satellites that orbit our life. To hold a vision in the mind is to bring the power of imagination under discipline. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Close your eyes. Can you see it? Young dreamer, listen. Thinking is the mind in motion. Therefore, our lives are under Newton's laws of motion. His first law of motion states that a body remains at rest or in motion at a constant speed in a straight line unless acted upon by a force. It's important for us to remember that every thought we think creates an inertia, a force moving us in a specific direction. If we desire to change a particular situation in our life, we must think new thoughts collectively align with the direction we want to go. We must continue engaging in these thoughts until the momentum of these new thoughts is greater than the thought force that established our current predicament. Now listen closely. Thoughts held continuously in one direction will create momentum in that direction. When we still our mind in meditation, we slow down the momentum of these past thoughts. From this stillness, we can concentrate on new thoughts, which will steer our life in a more desired direction without as much thought force resistance. To walk in our true kingdom power, we must stop vibrating at mortal frequencies that conflict with the harmonies of divine truths. Close your eyes. Welcome to the Dream Kitchen, where here prayer is not an asking process, creative one. Let us not pray that we catch momentum. Let us pray that we become it. I'm not here anymore. My hands are no longer mine. The Spirit does the writing, does the speaking, does the walking. My feet height a stranger's path. I know I live in some realm, somewhere I exist in the fog, but I'm not here. Definitely not here, not anymore. Not anymore. I wake up in places, in spaces, and poetic phrases, scribbling prophetically, constructing sentences that have seen the face of God, unaware of how I even got there, unaware of where the words even came from. My signature sits at the bottom, but the paper doesn't know me. My signature sits at the bottom, but the paper doesn't even know me. I'm a prisoner of the creative forces, just a slave to their burning voices, their thoughts, the thoughts behind the thoughts. They think through me, speak through me, live through me. I do what they tell me to do, cause I'm not here, not anymore. It's as though I don't exist, as if my lungs forgotten to breathe, but I'm not here, definitely not here, not anymore. I'm not asleep, but the dreams seem to dream themselves. They imagine for me, they long to be born through me. So anxious to come into the world of chaos. My notebooks filled with their ramblings, my word photos capturing their shadows. I can't stop them, I can't resist them, I can't even see them, yet they stand where I used to stand. They convey in a language that I never spoke. They use me to do their bidding, to do their living. And I let them, cause I'm not here. I'm definitely not here, not anymore. Welcome to the Dream Kitchen. I'm Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, and I am blessed and unstoppable. Impact 1 billion, motivational art. Welcome to the Louvre. Fire truth music, burning. Welcome to the Dream Kitchen. I and the Father are one, and to God be the glory. Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal, from living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.